Hi everyone, it's Ella here, and I have been asked to talk a little bit about me and how I started my musical journey and if I have any advice for you guys. So I'm just going to get straight into it. So my name is E.L.A. I live in Wiltshire. I'm 23, 24 in April. Woo woo. And yeah, my stage name is Ella, E.L.A. A lot of people think it's E.L.A music, which I kind of didn't realize when picking that name, because it's literally just an abbreviation of my initials. So I should have probably thought that through. But yeah, now you guys know it's just Ella. And I make R&B, vibey Christian music. So how did I get into music? So when I was younger, I've always sung. It's just something that just came naturally to me. Like I never really sat back and thought, oh my gosh, I can sing. It was just an extension of me. Like it was just part of who I am. I remember the film Sister Act 2, and that movie literally got me into music. When Lauryn Hill sings Eyes on the Sparrow, that part of that movie really cemented into me how much I love music. And like I watched that film at a very young age. So I probably started like singing maybe around 10 years old, and I would always imitate like Whitney Houston. And I haven't got a Whitney Houston voice. Like let's just put it out there. I haven't got a Whitney Houston voice, but I was finding that like I could hit certain notes that she was hitting, and I could do certain riffs and runs that she was doing. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I might actually have a little bit of a voice here. I might have something here. But anyway, I didn't really just think too much of it. I always wrote songs. I've been writing songs since I was very little, like 9, 10 years old. So I've always been writing, but it was always those kind of like, I'm not going to say stupid songs because obviously it was a part of me, but just like very trivial songs. Like, I have a cat, his cat's name's Fred, you know, just like little kid songs. 12, 13, I started really writing songs like that actually came from my heart and from experiences and stuff like that. So I've always been quite shy, so I never really decided to take music anywhere. It wasn't really something that I thought I could pursue, but it was always a dream. So it was kind of a weird place to be in. I had like a sense of urgency in my heart to always make music and sing and write and perform. And even if it was just me performing in front of my bedroom mirror, like I always had like an urgency to do it. If I had an idea in my head, I had to get it out. Otherwise I felt like I was going to explode. Like it's a feeling that only, I feel like it's a feeling that only if you're a creative and if you're a musician you can understand. But it's just like you're in a pressure cooker, and if that idea doesn't get put out, you will literally explode. Well, that's how I feel anyway. I might be weird. I never really wrote gospel songs, to be honest, until I hit about 15. And then 15, I wrote a song called Secrets on my guitar. And I was like, this is kind of good. But I would like never put it out because I was like, it's not cool. And it sounds so bad because obviously I'm a Christian artist now, but I just thought no one's gonna listen to this music. Like nobody's actually gonna listen to it, because I didn't know there was a niche or a market there for Christian artists, which is kind of silly because I listen to Christian music, so it didn't make sense. But when you try and talk yourself out of stuff, you use any little thing to try and make sense of what you're saying, but it didn't make sense. So I wrote that song and I continue to just keep writing songs, and I have such a huge catalogue of songs now from 15 to now. I went to primary school, went to secondary school, joined a choir while I was in secondary school called E minor. That was so fun. It was so fun. And then obviously finished secondary school, went to college and studied music, which I hated. I absolutely hated it. And I think it's just because, number one, I wasn't confident in my abilities and in my gifts. So it really showed in the music that I made at college. And also because I just didn't enjoy like how I was being taught. It was very much theory, and I was like, but music's meant to be practical, like it's the expression of yourself. Like I shouldn't be writing essays about music. I should be just living it. So then I took a gap year to work full time, just to be in a work environment, just to have a bit of money for myself and to figure out what I want to do next. So then I decided to go to university. I went to ACM, the Academy of Contemporary Music. There was parts of it I absolutely loved, and there was parts of it I absolutely hated. And I think it's because I wasn't fully being myself musically. So I just, I was just kind of confined. Graduated from there, and I think me graduating really just propelled me into wanting to do music full time. And I saw my friends perform on stage at the graduation ceremony, and I said, this is what I want to do. Like, this is what I want to do. I want to do music. I want to perform. That's what I want to do. So then I wrote some songs, recorded them, released them. They weren't gospel songs. They were literally about love. I was listening back to these songs and I was like, this isn't me. Like, there's parts of it that are me, obviously, because the songs have come from me, I've written them. But in its entirety, it wasn't me. Like, yeah, my voice was on it, my lyrics was on it, but it just didn't feel like me. So I prayed about it and I continued to pray about it. And I just kept writing gospel songs. I just kept writing songs about God and about his love and all of that stuff. And I was like, okay, maybe I should just do gospel music. Let's see where it goes. God, it's in your hands. Take it. You can have it. You gave me this gift for a reason. So let's run with it. Let's go. So then last year I decided to release my first single as a gospel artist called I Know. And I was so nervous. Like, I was so nervous. And in February this year I released Fade Away, which is my newest single. And on the 19th of March I'm actually going to be releasing my third single, which is called Safe and Sound. And you can pre-save that now, link is in my bio, little plug there. I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing now. Obviously I have my other side things, I have other things that I do, but in terms of music, this is my lane and this is where I'm supposed to be, I feel like. So yeah, now I'm here making vibesy R&B music for the Lord, and I'm loving it. The advice I would give you is be you. I spent years and years and years fighting who I was musically because I thought it would fit in to what I was supposed to be, rather than allowing God to direct me. And now I'm here and I'm happy making the music that I love, making the music that I know is glorifying God, and making music that I know is touching people's hearts. So just allow God to direct you. And I know so many people say this, but it's true. You have to pray about it. You have to allow God to direct you, allow God to speak to you. And something else I would say is do it. Because there's going to be so many thoughts in your mind telling you, I don't think you should do it. Are you really sure you're ready? Are you good enough? And then as soon as you allow those thoughts to keep coming back, you're going to either delay the process or you're going to not do it. So I would say, as hard as it is, because I know I've been there, as hard as it is to not indulge in those thoughts, you have to really be strong. You just have to stand back and say, I'm making this music. These thoughts are not going to allow me to delay or stop what God has in store for me. I'm going to do it regardless of what these silly thoughts in my mind want to tell me. And honestly, once you do that, like, it becomes a natural process, because there's still times now when I'll be writing or I'll be recording my next single or my EP or whatever, and I'll have thoughts like, oh, this is kind of terrible. And then I'll be like, no, hold on. I am a child of God. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And this is a calling from God. So no matter what little thought wants to come and try and test my patience today, it's not going to work. Thank you guys so much for having me today. I hope you enjoyed hearing a bit about me and the advice that I had to share. Don't forget that my new single Safe and Sound is out 19th of March. You can pre-save it now on Spotify. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Bye.